Do it.
They didn't really want to do it to impress.
Reports about that. Good excuse to come back. Yeah, good as any.
Very, very beautiful. Yes.
Sing one song for my old Kentucky home.
Did you enjoy the party last night?
I lost my phone. I'm so sorry. I'm just gonna cross my fingers.
This is something I always get a chance to get away from kids. 2 hours later.
My fourth, my wife's first, and Derby. You know, it's an exciting time. You know, sometimes work gets in the way and prevents us from coming, so it worked out this year. No, I don't walk around with a sun ray yellow suit in my closet, just waiting for the day to bring out for the Derby. This was made specifically for the Derby today. I may retire it today. I may put it in a case and just have it in the family room. And be that's Derby 2018. Some horses run better in the rain. You never want to fall behind in the rain. You know, you get the mud slapped in your face and in your eyes. So it'll be interesting to see. Whoever gets off to the best start, I think will have the best chance at winning today. Who that is, I don't know. For the past 4 years, you know, everything's been, you know, a ray of sunshine. And, you know, unfortunately, 53% of all marriages end in divorce. And, you know, it's something that, you know, my partner, Kenya Barris, wanted to tackle. And that's what we're doing, you know, just dealing with things that affect us all. And, you know, fingers crossed for Bo and Dre. We'll see what happens, but you got to watch to the end. I know what happens. You have to watch and see what happens. But, you know, it's a serious subject, you know, but it's something that we wanted to talk about and something that we wanted to deal with, you know, through the lens of this family on our show.
You know, I think it's a Southern hospitality. Everybody's always welcome with open arms. It's like a reunion every year. We see the same people always hang out with Travis Tritt. Taylor Dane is not with us this year. Usually she hangs out with us. But it's really cool to see everybody time and time again. The Barnstable Brown Party, which we go to every year, which was last night, to raise money, of course, for diabetes and stuff like that. And it's just exciting to be able to get invited to keep coming back. 17 years. Wow. So far I haven't done anything wrong. Yeah, I've remained good. Well, right now, since it's raining, you know, you go for the long shots. I'm sure everybody's going to be doing that in a sense because you never know. Sometimes these races now are completely flipped on its head because somebody that was really good on the grass or good in the dirt, when it rains, it's completely terrible or just the opposite. So we'll see. You know what? It's one of those surreal moments, I think, and especially it's amazing because the fans, I just can't understand, like, how many still support and love us when we haven't even had an album out or anything like that. We haven't performed. And to see that much love, you know, it's really hard to really figure out what we're going to do for the future, and hopefully something will happen. But if not, you know, it is what it is. But it's amazing to see how great the fans are. I want to give back. That's why we did like this whole merch line now that we came out with. We're going to be coming out with more stuff as well later on in the fall. So it's going to be really cool.
Fingers crossed for a reunion.
I say never say never, but that conversation has not happened 100%. I think from like all the food and the alcohol, when you drink, you get swollen. So I think that's pretty much, yeah, I'm like swollen right now from like drinking. I gotta like stop. It happens. It's a reality, people.
I've always wanted to come to the Kentucky Derby, and this year I had a good excuse with the movie coming out, so really happy to be here. I'm the owner of a really dangerous theme park, and it was inspired by a theme park that once existed in New Jersey, the most dangerous, undoubtedly, theme park of all time. And it was just a good excuse, a good world to, you know, be able to do my own stunts, and Chris Pontius is in it along with me, and he's amazing. Yeah, well, I'm very excited about the movie. Yeah, as many times as I went to the emergency room, it's definitely in the vein of Jackass.
Johnny and I always love coming to the Derby. It's such a fun event to cover. Obviously, the race is what it's all about. But other than that, it's just such a huge celebration. The hats, the fashion, the mint juleps, the parties. So it's such a unique experience that it's so special. Well, I mean, that's another great part of the Derby. You get to dress up. It's like the ultimate dress-up day. So I use Christine Moore, and she comes up with beautiful designs for, I usually go with the Fascinator, the big hats on TV when I'm trying to flip them up and look at the camera are a bit difficult. But I just wanted to go with like a classic Southern Kentucky Derby dress. Well, I did my homework, and when I say I did my homework, that means I asked all the NBC experts who I should pick, and that's what I went with.
However, I am celebrating the Triple Crown. I always try to do something Derby-centric when I come down here. And the Triple Crown is something that's really inspiring for any athlete to be that dominant and that far ahead of the curve. That's what inspired my hat. Karen Rose Gold of Weir does all of them, and she really knocked it out of the park this year. Here, the tradition, the hats, the juleps, the fashions, I mean, that's what keeps me coming down. I just love being down here the first weekend in May, and it's so special. Well, I definitely lean toward the entertainment side of fashion. However, the things that I've collected over my life are my treasures. They're my Picassos. So I'm always so excited to share them with the world and to put them on my back, even if they've been sitting in a closet or an archive for 10 years. I'll always pull it out. It's like an old friend. So for me, fashion is everything. Figure skating is very over the top, though. And I say that as a person dressed like I'm from Narnia. And I went with Mendelssohn, because classical music is really important to figure skating. It's a big part of my life, and I love that this horse is named after the composer.
I have a family here in Louisville, and they were telling me that the Derby is a wonderful experience. And you know, I've had opportunities to come before, but I never took advantage of it. And you know, this year I was like, you know, let me do it, and you know, we're here now. I really haven't done the research on which horse I want to bet. You know, Audible, you know, all my teammates and all the guys that are really into horse racing have been telling me to bet with Audible. So, you know, I probably, you know, drop a little bit of money on Audible. But I'm going to do some more research. You know, we still got time to, you know, see who's going to, you know, pull through for me. I made this myself. I made this myself. You know, I took my mom's drapes. She was getting rid of them. And I just
Man of many talents.
No, I'm just joking. I'm just joking. I'm with LV. The suit makers, and Chandra, she came up with this suit to go to Kentucky Derby. So.
I love horses, but you know.
He likes to dress up and
I love
do
to
all
dress.
Of that.
I love to dress. You know, and it's all about the clothes and the hats, and you know, I like that because I love hats. And I finally get a chance to have my wife wear a hat, you know, because she doesn't like wearing hats that much.
Really?
Yeah, really.
No. It's 30 years also. It's pretty special to be here.
Yes.
You know, we've been invited, but we were unable to make it. And so the timing was right. It's incredible, you know, seeing these amazing horses that I've been following and learning about and just being with everyone. It's just such a special spirit in the city as well, you know, during this time.
Oh, it's a huge honor. It's one of the biggest sports events in all of America every year, and I've heard about it since I was a little kid. So to be here singing the national anthem it's pretty surreal.
I mean, I think just the camaraderie of games and events like this is so fun. Like, I love seeing everyone's hats and outfits, and everyone gets so into it, and I'm just excited. I'm excited to see all the horses, and it's just so fun.
The Derby pie, I've heard, is you have to get the Derby pie.
You
You know, and it is my first Derby, and I'm just excited to be here. You know, it's a big event. Everybody gets fired up about it, so I want to see what it was all about. So can't wait to see the big race, of course. I'm actually doing Riders Up, which is a great honor. I'm a little nervous about that. So it's been fun. Have my mint julep, you know, and getting ready to place a bet. So I'm doing all the Derby stuff. It's a fascinator because I have a large head, so I was a little concerned. So a place called D's here in Kentucky made it for me. Last minute, literally. They came through for me because I ordered a hat. It didn't work out. They made it for me yesterday. So I thought it came out. I mean, you know, I'm trying to figure out, does it go up here? Does it go to the side? I don't know, but we'll see. You know what? I'm still trying to figure that out. I've been asking around, but you know when you don't know what you're doing, you're dependent on others for advice, you don't really feel strong. You know, I'm not coming from a place of strength, so I might just go with my gut in the moment.
It's a spectacle. Like there are very few things in sports and life that are like the Kentucky Derby. It's very cool.
Yeah, we've never won.
No, we've never won.
We've never won.
No. If I knew, I would tell you, but I don't. I'm very fortunate that Jake Crew suits fit me off the rack, and my wife is very fortunate that Ted Baker makes her look like this.
Oh man, it's Kentucky Derby. You know, it's our first time.
Bucket list item. We've never been before, so right?
Yeah, no, it's something I've always wanted to do. I'm a horse lover, so you know, this is the ultimate. You know, horse racing. So I know there are two more after this, but this is the ultimate. We've had some mint juleps along the way. How about you?
Yes, I'm looking forward to the fashions. I think people pull out all the stops with the hats today, so yeah. I'm looking forward to seeing some of them and snapping some shots to take back to families so they can see what we experienced.
Best thing about the fashion is everybody has permission to just turn up a little bit, just crank it up a little bit. So it's just kind of fun to watch all of that. And the horse races, there is a race, you know. So yeah.
I tried to go downstairs.
We want to know who's the day out there in the